We're going to make a breakfast frittata today. These are ingredients, but you can use different ingredients if you like. This is kind of a procedure video of how to. So we'll have turkey, that's roasted turkey left over from the holidays. Swiss cheese, pepper jack cheese, diced tomato, couple of small potatoes, a half of a yellow onion, 5 eggs beaten. Spices will have body of seasoning, which I get at Walmart, but you can get it about anywhere. Some dried parsley, some black pepper, Redmond sea salt, some garlic powder, onion powder, a little half and half, and a little olive oil. And of course, our trusty pan. It's about I think it's a 9-inch cast iron pan. It's an old one, like a Griswold or something. And of course, we'll use our little utensils. We'll use a potato peeler, and we'll use a knife. Let's start by dicing our onion. We'll take the half of an onion and slice it in half, put part side, and we'll just come down and do strips long ways on the grain from top to bottom, and then we'll just dice it up. This is going to cook pretty well, so they don't have to be a very small dice. Most of it will melt right into it. We'll take our other half, do the same thing from north to south there, and dice it. As you can see, you get a good dice. You don't have to do the whatever how you see a lot of people do. It looks like they're going to cut themselves. I prefer not to cut myself. So anyway, those are the diced onions. Now we'll do the potatoes. We'll just peel the potatoes. I'm sure you've seen people peel potatoes before. I'm not too concerned about the little spots like that one. I just take the peel off because the potatoes aren't organic and they're kind of loaded with chemical pesticides and fertilizers and stuff I really don't want to eat. And that, because the whole time the potato grows, the skin is what's in contact with the dirt. You can't do much about what's taken up within the plant itself, but if you can cut out part of it, you're better off, I think. And as you can see, they're not that big of potatoes. They're kind of on the medium size. This might be a lot for what we're going to need, but it's better to have too much than not enough. Now, we'll cut the potatoes in half long ways. And then I think with this size, we'll just cut each half in half and we'll dice. Just try to keep them about the same size. It's not mandatory. Easy peasy so far. My pan already has a little olive oil in it, but I'm going to add a little bit more. Potatoes really kind of absorb a lot of oil, it seems like, when you cook them. So first, let's put in our onions. I had the pan on low, but it could have been a little higher. We'll start out at about a medium heat. We'll just coat them in a little oil. Well, let's put some potatoes in. Okay, we'll just keep stirring, and this will be a cooking process. So when the potatoes start changing color, then we can move on with the recipe. We'll turn the oven on now. I'm going to put the oven on 325. We're cooking these potatoes and onions until they're fairly done, and then we'll add our turkey meat. We'll still have a little cooking to do in the oven. Now these are cooking on medium heat. Okay, now the onions are getting a little more browner. Let's go ahead and call this good. This is basically just a leftover dish. You use what you got left over. When you want something good, you think that maybe I want some kind of egg cheesy thing, this is it. You can make it with or without potatoes. That doesn't really matter. I didn't measure the turkey out there, but I think I had roughly 2 cups. If you had some broccoli or some other vegetable left over, go ahead and feel free to add them. It could be sweet potatoes or corn or whatever. Everything fits in this dish. That's what's nice about it. I don't know if you've ever made a frittata or not, but they're really not hard. As you can see, I kind of get enjoyment out of making them. That turkey has absorbed any of the leftover oil, and it won't come out greasy at all. Now we're going to turn the stove off. We're going to add our first bit of cheese. That, of course, will be the pepper jack. Put a couple handfuls in, probably, let's call it a cup. Cup of grated. That could be cheddar, it could be, once again, anything else. We're going to add some Swiss cheese to it also. I'm just switching to a fork because less stuff thrown out on the side. I want to kind of even this out. Kind of get that cheese mixed in with everything that we've added so far. And it's looking good. I kind of even it out so I don't have any big wells on the sides. It's kind of important to make sure you don't have wells on the sides or you'll get a big chunk of egg there. Now for the magic. Oh, I'm going to get a little spatula for this. Okay. Here's our 5 eggs. And then I also added about a 1/4 cup of the half and half. And we just pour this in. Scrape off all the goodness. And then I'd like to kind of open it up a little bit so that it gets to the bottom there. And now, this is tomato time. Just tomato because I had extra that really needed to be used up, but also the color. You know what I didn't do, and I'll have to do right now, is I didn't put the seasoning in my egg mixture. I'm putting on the equivalent of 3 Roma tomatoes. So we'll start with a little onion powder. And then a little garlic powder. I like to do the circle in the center. Here's the salt. Now go easy on the salt. We are watching our sodium, but we do need a little salt. And some pepper. Careful on that too. You don't want it to be too hot. So we have our red, we have our yellow, now we'll have our green. I wish it was fresh, bigger parsley, but it's not. But it's small. Parsley all around. Whoops, a little too much in that area, but that's all right. And then some body of seasoning. For the final ingredient to be added is Swiss cheese. Now we'll take about, I'd say a good cup. Our oven has been preheated to 325 degrees. We'll put this in the oven. Let that baby cook away. And then if you have a smart speaker at home, you go, Alexa, remind me to check the oven.
One moment. What time would you like to be reminded?
40 minutes from now.
I set a reminder for you.